Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz, and I'm once again joined by John Lasseter, co-founder of Pixar Animation Studios, the director of Toy Story 1 and 2. Welcome back, John.
Thank you, Ben. Glad to be here.
John's with me this evening to help introduce some films made by a close friend of his, Japanese animator Hayao Miyazaki. And up next, we have another of Miyazaki's critically acclaimed films, Princess Mononoke, a story about the effects of man on the environment. So, John, we'll start with that. That is a recurrent theme in Miyazaki's work, the struggle of man against nature.
Yeah. Miyazaki-san loves the environment, loves nature so much. And he's always seeing, and I think when you're in Japan and see how many people fit into a small space over there. He's very concerned about the protection of nature and how man is affecting the environment. And every time he makes a film, there's a reason for making it. And Princess Mononoke is a story about how man it learns to coexist with the environment.
What strikes me about that struggle between man and nature in this film is that in a regular American film, the company would be horrible, and a giant polluter, and so unbelievably evil. But here, Lady Eboshi, who runs the Iron Mountain, she's clearly polluting the environment. There's no question about it. But she also takes care of the lepers and provides a safe haven for former prostitutes. She's a good person who is doing something bad.
Yeah, his characters are never black and white. They're so complex. They're so layered, and that's one of the great things about his films is, and you can watch them again and again too, and get more out of them. As a director, I'm so inspired by his films and how he tells the story. You know, the beginning of this film is just fascinating. How it just like almost immediately grabs you. You know, with that boar covered with those worms or whatever they are on there.
Whatever they are, they're disturbing.
By the way, that's the first computer animation Miyazaki's ever done at Studio Ghibli, is those worms on the boar. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm kind of proud of that.
Because he does very little computer generation, right?
He looks at computer animation the way I do. It is not, the technology does not make these films. Artists make these films, you know, whether it's a computer or a paper. And he cares so much about the craft of animation. When you visit his studios and you see the quality of art, and he loves the drawing himself, and he does so much of the drawing himself. It's remarkable.
Well, before we wrap this up, we keep talking about him as an artist, but this is also this guy is money in the bank. Princess Mononoke was the top-grossing film in Japan until Titanic came along. But then he comes right back with Spirited Away and knocks Titanic off the top spot. I mean, this guy, he may be an artist, but this guy makes money.
He is a great filmmaker, and he knows his audience, but he knows his heart, too. And his heart is in every one of these films. And I think you'll feel it when you see these films.
Well, here is the film from 1997 and featuring the voices of Billy Crudup, Claire Danes, and Minnie Driver, also Billy Bob Thornton. Here it is, Princess Mononoke.